I was 5 years old when we had a house fire. I remember Dad waking us up and saying, "The house is on fire." So I got up and I grabbed a pair of shoes and went running outside barefoot in the snow, carrying my shoes. We lost absolutely everything. My grandparents also lived on the farm in a small house. So for the rest of the winter, we lived with them. Come spring, Dad bought a house in town. Things were sure different living in town. Every year at Christmas time, I would see my friends all have beautiful trees, and I think, I wish we had a tree. And Mom would put up crepe paper decorations with tinsel on it. Anyways, I guess I was around 11, and I thought, this year we're going to have a tree. Across the street from us, there was this deserted old house, but it had 2 really nice spruce trees in front. They were small. They couldn't have been more than maybe 5 feet high. So one night I decided, okay, I'm cutting one down. It took me quite some time because all I had was just a little hacksaw. But I'm out there and I'm cutting away, and every so often I'd have to stop. And the store was just across from this deserted house. I had to be really quiet. People would come out and then I'd have to stop. And then when they'd take off, I'd start cutting again, sawing it down. Well, I managed to get it down, but I kind of propped it up in the snow. I'll come back and get it during the night. So I came back and I got the tree and I hid it in our back porch. Next morning I got up, went into the porch, and I dragged this tree up and said, "Guess what? We're going to have a tree this year." Dad looked at it and he shook his head. He says, "You cut that tree down in front of Joseph's old house, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah." But I said, "They're not going to miss it. No one lives there and hasn't for years." "That's not the point. You should not have cut it down. It does not belong to you." "Yeah, but that is stealing, Diane, and that is not right what you did. I'm very disappointed in you." It's crazy how much I wanted that tree. I never thought about having decorations to put on it. The town we were living in was very small and did not sell Christmas trees. So we had to go to the next town. Dad made me a deal. He said, "I will go and buy a tree, but I don't want you to ever steal again." So we had to drive, I think it was around maybe 15 miles to the nearest town to buy a tree. You know, it's crazy. I wanted that tree so bad, I never thought of the consequences or what could happen. It just never dawned on me. We didn't even have decorations to put on the tree. So then Dad had to buy decorations for it too. I didn't get punished. And I did decorate the tree. When Dad said he was disappointed in me, that was punishment enough. I felt very bad about it. I never lived it down because the next day, our next door neighbor, he came over and he said to me, he said, "Diane?" "Yeah." "You cut that tree down, didn't you?" "What tree?" "That tree in front of Joseph. Somebody cut it down." "No," I said, "not me." "Oh, I'm pretty sure it was you." I said, "Well, look at our Christmas tree." "That's not the tree." "No, it don't look like the tree," he said, "but I'm pretty sure you were behind cutting the other one down." A few years later, a young couple bought the house and moved in. So I went over and got to know the lady pretty good and told her the story of why there was only one tree in front of her house. I offered to pay for it, but she really laughed about it. And she said, no. She said, the story itself has paid for the tree that you took down. It was a very small town. I think there was more dogs than kids, really. But anyways, that was my experience on getting my first Christmas tree.